Hey y'all, it's me Gung Gang here, Florida's craziest hillbilly stuntman, and today we're smoking out of a bass's ass. Gang, 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 gang.
Florida.
Doug. You mean food baka? I'm food baka tonight.
I'm actually in the process of renaming my name to some guy.
Some
There
guy.
we go. Now I'm some guy.
Yeah, this is Mash Blast 02. This is the mobile command center.
AKA he's driving a refrigerated truck right now.
Just bring me some of that sweet ice cream, man. That's all I'm asking for. All I'm asking for. Although somebody's saying there's no audio. So did you turn us back on? Oh. Are you muted? No. Addie's saying no sound either. Everybody's saying no sound.
That's YouTube's fault then. Oh, is it?
Can you hear the other people?
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
so
Sean
everybody
Mass, so
but
it's just
you
Angsty.
have sound.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
The only people that matter.
Boom.
Dude, I'm just some guy.
Some guy.
We haven't had enough of a viewership turnover to call you that.
Really? That's a bummer.
All right.
Hurry up
Testing.
before everybody falls asleep.
I'm tired. What do you want from me?
Before some guy falls asleep.
I think we got it. Can anybody hey, look, it's DJ LSB.
They'll let you know in 30 seconds or so.
Oh yeah, I guess we got to go back into the intros then. So every now and then OBS just says the Yeti is enabled and it's not. Like I have to like completely re-add the Yeti back in. I'm now on Yeti 3.
Hold on. I actually have a thing for this now.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mixer?
I do.
Excellent.
Where was that when people actually watched us?
You know, here's the problem, man. I actually at one point I had this all prepped for a whole bunch of like really old Plume stuff.
Wait, and you were on your one show.
Did I use it or did I not use it?
Where you used it? I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I think I used it.
Yeah, I think so.
Not me. I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like I prepped a whole bunch of old Plume stuff into this board just
yeah,
for
I couldn't do that like that because the iPad that I was using for that also had like other sound files that could not be played over the air. So, you gotta be careful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is strictly for the purpose of casting things. Like that's the only reason that I have it for. I even if Mass isn't here, I got
What up, Josh?
just for him.
What up, Josh?
Perfect. I'm catching up on chat telling me that I was muted.
Hey, you were muted.
Yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed the bong, the bass ass bong. I don't even know how to say it. But it was pretty awesome. Thank you to our Discord for putting that out.
Yeah. So I was telling Angsty, I mean, I'm sure you guys could hear me, but there's a guy that he talks about in the video that he wants to fight and he's going to slap him around. And that's that Joker guy. And that's a whole nother series of videos that they did on these Joker dudes. Like, yeah.
So
crazy.
so related to this guy, and this is that guy's Florida man, this guy is hillbilly. But I was telling Fu, the guy the bass bong guy looks exactly like. It doesn't necessarily sound like it because he sounds hillbilly instead of just redneck deep south. But it's the Diamond Dave hillbilly ninja class. Do you remember this? This is from a bunch of years ago. Anyway, the bass guy looked exactly like Diamond Dave hillbilly ninja guy.
I don't remember what happened first, but one or the other reminded me of Rex Kwon Do. Vice versa. I wonder what came first, hillbilly ninja guy or Rex Kwon Do?
That's a good question. I'm almost certain that the Rex Kwon Do came first because that was like in like 2005 or something, wasn't it?
I wouldn't be surprised if he played an inspiration in his hillbilly ninja.
Yeah,
Hillbilly ninja.
I would hope so because it watches like a Faraday.
Yeah.
In fact, I got half of it. I ripped it. I'm tempted to just play it. I was gonna play it next week for the free intro, but maybe we'll do Masty's Joker guy next week, and I'm just gonna do it. Let's see. I need to set it up.
I'm gonna light a grenade and leave it in my hand. Hope nothing bad happens.
Hope nothing bad happens. Let's see here. We need to go to here, and we need to do this and this, and then come back over. Meow. All right, here we go.
What do you
Now, proud owner of one of Diamond Dave's
Name and right.
and Ninja Teaching Flicks. I ain't that gonna say that.
Like, yep, unsafe passwords, unsafe ports open. So pretty much remote desktop open to the world.
Pretty much what happens
Password
everywhere.
for the password.
Hold on. So to catch everybody else up, I played the video for everybody. So Masty's talking about the Florida water hacker.
Yeah,
he got some. Was it sulfur dioxide that they left?
I don't lie. They were gonna add more lye to the water.
Mm.
You know, that probably actually would have done some good and killed some of the shit in it.
Mm.
Literal like shit bacteria, but yeah.
How much worse could the water get at this point?
I know, right? So the hackers got in and you know, basically pushed the button, and apparently more lye was going to be added to the water, but they caught it in time. So, and then the best part about all this is all of these jackwagon and idiots and city managers that are like, I'm in the city of Sanford. Our water system's not connected to the internet. Blah, blah. I'm like, oh boy, you're just painting a big ass target on your back.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other one of the mayors comes on. He's like, our city systems are not connected directly to the internet. They're behind a firewall and this and that. I'm like, oh.
I have something.
You know what can happen? What if like a bunch of losers in a hangout who have nothing better to do decide to go and like see if any IP addresses on TeamViewer or VNC are unsecured.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
I have
that
something
leads
for
to
this
a golf course
occasion
system.
as well.
That would be terrible.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's dare the
Challenge
internet
completed. More like
that is
challenge
clearly
completed.
full of bored people that are
But
smart.
I don't know the people
Especially
who did
right
that.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know the people who did that VNC TeamViewer thing, but a guy told me, a buddy
Yeah.
of mine from college, you know.
You could always do what I've done and start collecting dumpster fires.
Yeah. That was a dumpster fire for sure, but it was full of water with lye in it.
Yeah.
No, I've actually started physically collecting dumpster fires.
I know, I saw them. They're pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's true. You would have.
Hey, so how about
I'll send them to Brian in case he wants to share.
Did you
So
ever get the mask one? The dumpster.
Oh
with the
yeah,
mask
dude,
on?
I have 12 as of now.
So,
including the mask one. I just sent you a picture if you want to share it.
Oh God, it's not on Slack. Send it on Discord.
Oh, okay, fine.
oh God, yeah, don't start the Slack thing. So while you're doing that, you can talk about how apparently scalpers are buying up all the Happy Meals at McDonald's to get the Pokemon cards that are coming in them.
Is that really happening right now?
It is really happening right now, and they're going on eBay for like $15-20 for a $3 Happy Meal card.
Hmm.
So poor kids have no Happy Meals because
Why would you give them?
Kids are not happy.
You know what would be the smart thing to do? Not give them the cards with a fucking meal.
I mean, here's the thing.
Give them a code to redeem on the
showing
internet.
that McDonald's, for the first time since we were children, is actually coming out with shit that people want again? Because like that used to happen a lot, like when we were kids.
Yeah.
Constantly when we were kids, like people were buying and flipping fucking Happy Meal shit. Like
Guys, remember
Happy
the
Meal shit's worth money. And then like all the Happy Meal shit just tanked in quality. So maybe now we're
There's been a
finally
resurgence of
there's
this
value.
shit. Thanks largely in part due to sports ball cards.
Mm.
The collectibles market has gone fucking bonkers, especially with cards.
I mean, I think the collectibles market has always been fucking bonkers.
No, I mean, we wouldn't be seeing rookie cards from players who started playing 4 years ago selling for $600,000. That's what I mean.
That's fair.
That kind of bonkers. That doesn't happen. But there's been this somewhat unexplained revamp of the sports card industry. There were like 7 or 8 like sale records broken during lockdown, at least that I can think of.
I was gonna say it's kind of explained with lockdown and bored ass fucking people.
Yeah, that's right. So sorry that there was an audio hiccup there on the video earlier, guys. Apparently, doing it on the fly was not a good idea. But here's Sean's picture that he wanted me to show.
So it's all 12 wonderful dumpster fires.
All right. I got a bill. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Same master.
But
So, you talk about the audio hookup or audio hiccup, right? And then like, I remember like back to the early days of Plumes when it was like, you know what? Like, we're going to make this as easy as possible. And we're going to do everything as simply as possible. Yeah. So
let's just
now
do
I do a
Hangouts and stream
podcast,
directly.
right? So now I do a podcast, right? That does video.
Yeah.
There's a video element now. Motherfucker, video production and like actually production takes so much time. Like I miss the easy days.
Yeah.
I miss when like it didn't fucking when we were like, fuck it, we're just gonna stream this hangout.
Yeah.
Like I kind of miss that because I want to say it probably takes me anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to produce an episode at this point.
Yeah.
And like I don't love that part
Yeah.
of doing stuff. I really don't.
Yeah, because we always said we didn't go through and do editing and add in a bunch of stuff.
And I'm doing all that now. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Plus, like the investment into the tools that actually do that efficiently is not small.
Yeah. Software and hardware, right?
Yeah, I mean, hardware I would have anyway because I could make this work well with hardware. Software is what got me recently.
Mm-hmm.
Once we decided to switch to video, we upped our complexity tenfold.
Yeah.
Because you still need to produce and mix a good audio track to put over top of your video. And then you need to actually take in 3 high quality video streams and make them all fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's pain in the ass.
DJ LSB just said, the production part is the part that takes the most time. That is certainly true. And I'm sure he knows.
Ass.
He knows too. Because, I mean, I've only dabbled in a few reviews, unlike guys like DJ LSB that have done it like a machine forever.
I mean, that's why when you and I were dabbling in reviews, we did so few of them because the production part sucks.
It does.
It's easier to just be like, well, if you show up and like click around 13 minutes or so, like we talk about this thing.
That's right.
It was way easier.
It was much easier. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how your process, I don't think we ever talked about process, like how you did yours.
Oh, dude, I just like put the camera in one place, took the cut.
Yeah.
Then put the camera in the other place, took the next cut, then put the camera in the next place and took the next cut.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like, I tried to do it as live as possible because I'm lazy and I didn't want to chop it all up.
Right.
So like I just put each piece in and put in a shitty transition.
Yeah.
Like that's the way that I did it back then. Like I did it as simply as humanly possible. Now I'm in Final Cut Pro doing shit.
Yeah. I think most of mine went about like that. And so if I'd have, on the ones that I actually took the time to think through beforehand, I'll sit down for a few minutes and like notepad and like list out the shots. Like, I was going to do an intro, I was going to do a build and a down tear down or whatever, like I went through and did them all. And then I would, take the shot, retake a few of them because I screwed something up or whatever. And then dump them on my hard drive and then splice them all together and put transitions and adjust audio. And
ever going to do this shit again, because I've done a lot of research into this at this point, they make switchers now. Yeah. So you put in like 2 cameras or 3 cameras or however many angles you need, and you just press the fucking button and it switches to the other camera. If I'm ever going to do this shit again, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Press the fucking button, switch to the camera that I want.
As opposed to like retooling your webcam on your desk, pointing down
every single time. Oh, I got to move it off here. I got to screw it onto here. Is that the right angle? Do I have it up high enough? How does that look?
Yeah.
And then like hoping that you get close when you go back to the U shot and you're in the right spot and shit. Yeah, fuck that. No, just click the fucking button, switch to another camera.
Yeah. I'm sure people like DJ LSB and Todd and all those guys, they've got some of that shit set up a little static now. I'm sure.
I feel a little bad right now. Just 7% bad.
Just a little bit.
Because we're talking last week about Dimitri. He was in a motorcycle accident.
Yes.
Thankfully, he's doing better.
Good.
Saw his Instagram updates and such. So, also running through my head at this time is there's a particular sitcom I remember where someone broke both their arms in a motorcycle crash. Does Angsty know what I'm thinking of? Yes, Full House. So I may have just sent Dimitri a photo of Uncle Jesse with both the cast on his arms trying to pour cereal into a bowl.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to send this.
Do it live.
That deserves at least a 13% bad. Let's be honest.
No, 7. It's a little over half.
Yeah, thanks, Addy. Just put his Twitter feed in there. Wait, did you send it on Twitter? Did you send it on Instagram or what?
I PM'd him on Instagram.
I didn't know Dimitri got hurt, but I'm glad he's doing okay.
Couldn't roast him in the story.
What was that, Sean?
I said I didn't know Dimitri got hurt, but I'm glad he's doing okay.
Yeah, just like 7 or 8 days ago or something. It was just before last week.
I mean, I'm out of touch with pretty much everybody, so I don't know shit these days.
If I saw correctly, like his right arm's in a hard cast. Left arm is in it's still pretty immobile, but this one's immobile. This one's like not very, but he has like a soft cast brace situation on this one.
Yeah. Brenda said he's late to the party, but where's Masty and who's the new guy?
See, some guy.
Yeah, some guy. And you missed the intro. Even if you were here at the beginning, you didn't hear me because I was muted. Thanks to OBS, friggin' OBS. Masty is commuting back from one of their many Ben and Jerry's warehouses back to his house, and it's farther away than normal. So he's not. He was on for a little while, and then he had to bounce out. So yeah, we got Sean to come back. Nice.
But I'm just some guy.
Yeah, he knows who you are.
I was a fill-in.
He was joking. By the way, your RGB back there to your right is very purple, and I like it. It looks like little cascades going on.
It is little cascadey purples.
Yeah, I like it.
I do like that
RGB RAM.
That's RGB RAM.
Yeah.
The whole case is RGB.
Oh, okay. I didn't know, Seth Senior.
I got some RGB on the video card. I got an RGB
Senior.
strip in there.
But that it's relatively, nice. It's a little subtle.
I mean, that's kind of the goal.
Yeah.
And then I also have the purple keyboard to match.
Of course. Which keyboard is that?
That is a drop alt high profile or control high profile.
I almost bought one of those.
I kind of don't love it.
I read a lot of reviews because I was going to get the kit.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit I don't love about it.
I pre-ordered the GMMK.
So I'm waiting for the GMMK Pro. Like that's the one.
You got the 75%?
Yeah, the 75%.
With the volume knob, yeah.
Yep. That's the one I want. I've already got the switches for it, and I pre-ordered the keycap set that's going to go in it, but that's not going to ship till like fucking 2021.
I haven't bought switches yet.
It is 2021.
Sorry, 2022.
Oh shit!
It just went on pre-order like beginning of February, and it's going to take a year to make.
Holy crap!
What's going to take a year to make?
My switches, or my keycaps, not my switches.
What the fuck did you order?
I ordered a very specific set of keycaps.
Was it the ones? Was it the Mario and acrylic ones?
No. It's a set called Super User. It's a cam set, so it's the cam profile that I really like. But it's all like, it looks like a fucking Linux terminal, and it's super dope, and I really like it.
Okay. Yeah, I hope it's pretty dope if you had to pre-order it a year out.
Yeah, the problem is when you start getting into like keycap group buys and shit, like for custom key, like they get expensive really goddamn fast.
Yeah.
Like way too expensive. Like I have always been like one of those people that like I can justify this price because I know what it takes to make it.
Right.
I cannot justify the price of these keycaps. I bought them anyway, but I can't justify it. Like I can't make sense of it in my head. It's plastic and it's made in China, and I don't understand why they're over $200. Cannot make sense of that in my head.
Yeah.
I figure you would have been buying like Italian keycaps or some shit.
No, I just can't make sense of that cost in my head. It doesn't change that I want them though. So like I'm going to buy them.
Marksky just said he's pretty sure Todd uses his mobile phone. That's possible, but I have seen him in a live stream where he did something and his camera went from like Facebook live stream to down on his desk. So I know he's got
some kind of a switcher.
Yeah, he's got some sort of switcher.
Yeah, I mean, they got software now that you can use your camera as your fucking webcam too, and I've tried some of that too, and it's like phones make better cameras than most.
Yes.
The only thing I won't do is the DSLR thing because
don't use a DSLR as a webcam.
No.
Yeah, I won't go into DSLR. Like that's the one thing I won't do.
If you want to fry your sensor, do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Fu, have those sensors gotten better? Because I know for a while they could take video, but everybody always said
they
not
could.
to.
They've gotten better, but I still wouldn't do it. I know a lot of people who use it.
Just about every person who makes content does it. But like, I just don't have the patience to do the capture card, all that stuff. Like, I just want to be able to fucking click the button and it's kind of
I'm just more so like like for instance, like if you gave me like a Canon Rebel, I don't particularly like Canon Rebels, but which is why I wouldn't feel bad if I burnt a sensor on one. That might be okay, but like I said, I haven't, like as of like 2 years ago, the last time I looked into it, it was like, yeah, you can, people do it all the time, but I'm like, I'm always paranoid about frying a sensor.
So.
I'd really like to see some advances happen in webcam technology that aren't absolute shit.
Yeah, it's shocking how just stagnant that whole market's been for many years.
Because they're afraid of making cams bigger. You can't make. We have as sharp as webcams as we can get for the price for the size. Like you look at the
like people are buying the shit, right?
Yeah.
Like look at the stream cam.
Right.
The thing's fucking massive. I have one coming tomorrow.
Exactly. Most people don't want that.
Yeah, but a lot of people are buying it. Educators are buying them. Streamers are buying them.
Because they're buying whatever they can get their fucking hands on.
Yeah, but it's there's like every motherfucker streams now.
Yes.
Like there's a market for this shit now, and people will spend money on it.
Yeah.
Like there's a market that didn't exist 6 years ago. Like when we started doing this, that market really didn't exist. Like there's a market now.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake,
everyone and their mother needs a webcam now.
The little Elgato stream lights, people buy those fuckers in droves. I have 2 of them. They're $120 lights per unit. I have 2 of them. Like people will pay for a high quality webcam at this point.
You'd think.
Probably without batting a fucking eye.
They paid for that, but my thing is, educators how much of it was necessity? How much was it? More often than not, like I had a few webcams that I got. Something I think it was like the C910.
Sure.
I had a couple of those laying around from work.
Yeah.
You know how much I sold those for? And I had no idea how used they were. $70-$80 a piece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they were like 110 each.
I'm just thinking like the streaming market too. Like you look at specific products.
Hype, I was getting maybe $30 for it.
Yeah.
You hit like specific products like the Go XLR. Like the Go XLR is literally designed for fucking people to stream.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it exists for. It's like $500 or $600.
Right.
People are buying it. You know, the Rodecaster that I have, like, it's made for podcasting. Like, people are buying that shit.
Yeah.
And like hobbyist people are buying that shit. Yes, please do go check out my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Every donation helps.
Why do you have so many fucking cameras?
I mean, so I have like the camera that's built into my computer, which is kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And then I got the AverMedia PW513 because it was supposed to be like a really nice 4K camera, and the fucker's huge. Like this is the webcam. It's fucking massive.
Exactly.
But
It's
like
on
the
top
sensor
of
in
a
it,
display, who cares, right?
yeah, but the sensor in it kind of blows. Like it doesn't do color very well. It's got a lot of other they used a Sony sensor, and like that Sony sensor is notoriously bad in low light. Yeah, but it's a sensor that's notoriously bad in low light, which is not what you put in a fucking webcam.
Right.
So I tried using that for a little bit because I like it because it's got this big 144 degree angle, and that's what I was shooting the podcast with. And then I see fucking Monty has a Go XLR. I'm glad you like it. I've thought about it because I think they're really fucking cool, but I really like my Rodecaster too because it works and it functions and it's fucking awesome. So I just ordered a Logitech Stream Cam because what I've seen for image quality, it does 1080p 60 frames a second, which is all you need when you're streaming anything.
Mm-hmm.
Or even putting shit on YouTube, to be honest. Like, who gives a fuck about 4K at this point?
Right. Not for that kind of content anyway.
Yeah. And the only thing I don't like about it is it's only a 70 degree angle, but like the color, the autofocus, the sharpness of it is all so fucking good that like I think I'm willing to deal with the lower angle of view over the Brio, which I was going to get originally, but like it's an older sensor and it's just not as crisp.
Yeah.
So, but as a 90 degree fucking, I just want like fucking wide screen, man.
Mm.
That's all I want. Like I want a big wide field of view. I put a lot of shit into decorating my office. I want a big wide field of view. I want my ukuleles to be in the picture.
You know what might help? Rearrange your room.
I don't really have that option, to be honest.
Wow.
Like this is pretty much how it's I mean, I could move to this box and like use this computer potentially, but I don't want to do that either. Because I do all the editing and stuff on this.
Sounds like a pretty feasible solution. You don't want to.
Yeah, but I do all the editing on this one, and I don't have anywhere to put my mixing board over there, and I don't have anywhere good to put my mic over there. Like my desk is not laid out in a way that.
Here's an idea. You move your mixing board a little closer, right? And what you do is while you're doing your thing, you go like this.
Just go sideways and
No,
like
just reach.
Have your mixer to your left or something. And
did I hit the right sound button? That was kind of specific, but I love it. But no, I mean, we'll see how the stream cam looks. Like it should get here tomorrow. I was hoping it would get here today because I'd like to try it out, but this would have been a cool chance to try it out.
Dude, I'm still using my like 910 or 920 or whatever the hell this thing is.
Yeah,
I've been using the same one forever.
And then I have another webcam over there for my work computer and for meetings and shit because my work computer lives over here too. So like two computers live over here, one computer lives over here.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've got.
So that's why I have so many fucking cameras.
You know, Addy, I have not. So I don't know what the deal is because Alton was my favorite human for a really long time. I own like 3 of his cookbooks. I've watched every single one of his shows. Back in the Good Eat stuff, I've got them all digitally because you can't always find the ones you want. So I've got them all on like my Drobo so I can watch them anytime I wanted to. And I haven't watched one of his new things that have come out. And I don't know why. Like, I just haven't. It's weird. Like, every time I think about it, like, I can't, and then I'll forget about it for a while.
Zoom is so lame. Sometimes I turn off my camera, I come back, and I'm like cropped. I don't know if you noticed that.
I wondered. It looked like you had shifted around. I wasn't sure why.
I haven't done anything with my camera. Zoom just isn't giving you the full field of view.
Thanks, Obama.
My webcam could also be failing for all I know, because I was in a Zoom call with the siblings, and I was green. You could see me, but I had like a green filter over me.
You were green?
I'm like, I don't believe you. My sister took a photo of her laptop, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm green.
Don't go to sleep. Wake up. There we go.
There is no sleeping.
Yeah, my Mac went to sleep because I'm not messing with it.
I'll tell you, there is no sleeping for me. And you should be really, really happy that you're not playing Final Fantasy right now.
Nice segue.
You got to understand how painful this shit is right now. Like, remember we went and we did the first set of relic quests and it was dead fucking easy. We finished it in an afternoon.
Well, the new Baja ones, right? So by the way, everybody, he's talking about Final Fantasy 14.
I am talking about Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
So we went and we did the Baja relics.
They're easy.
First couple steps, super simple, right? Yeah, that's all gone.
Well, sure. It's now from what you were describing, it now looks like the old ones used to look like, which is an amazing grind.
It's kind of worse.
Yeah,
actually, because there's less variety. So the first step of it, you have to do any Crystal Tower raid 15 times in a row.
Okay.
Like you have to go through the Crystal Tower 15 times. And then you have to go through the Kugani raids 15 times. And then you have to go through another set of the Alamigo raids 15 times. And then you have to do the new dungeon 15 times.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I died like 30 times in and probably lost 20,000 like reputation. And having to do it 15 more times scares the shit out of me because I'm going to have 0 reputation at the end of that. Like, it is legit fucking painful. Like, I thought grinding poetics was painful, which is a form of currency, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought that was painful, which it is.
It is.
It's not as painful as doing the same quest over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
I have 2 more times left in Crystal Tower. 2 left. Then I can not do that ever again.
Unless you hit the roulette, because it's always up to the roulette.
Correct. Then I hit the roulette and I have to do it again. But God, I'll tell you, I know that one inside and fucking out now. 15 times in 2 days.
So that's not the dark one, right? The dark, I forget what it's called.
You can do the dark one, World of Darkness, or you can do Sycarus Tower.
The normal tower one that's always up on the...
I've literally only queued for the normal tower because that's the fastest one. Yeah. Like you can get through it in like 12, 13 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
And that's not that bad. I don't mind grinding a few of those that are quick. It's just when like the Baja ones, right? It takes like an hour to get into one of them.
So the upside of the new Baja dungeon is you can queue for it.
Oh, is that right?
Like they got smart. You can actually get in a queue for the new Baja dungeon. It's just punishingly difficult because if you get hit by 2 moves, you die instantly. Because each move gives you a doom stack, and once you get 2 of them, you're dead.
Yeah.
So like I just die out of nowhere, and I'd be like, "How the fuck did I die? What happened?" Because I didn't go read anything about it before I did it.
Yeah, right.
And then later on, I was like, "Oh, that's how I kept dying."
Oh,
that makes sense now.
Yeah,
this sucks.
There's a lot of really good YouTube content creators out there for 14.
Oh God,
especially for raid information and stuff like that. There's several.
Yeah, I know, but it was like 11 or 12 at night, and I was trying to grind like one of the old relics.
Yeah,
and I looked. I was like, wait, a patch came out, and there's new stuff for this.
Yeah,
I should go do that now. Like I didn't bother reading anything. I was like, I didn't even know the fucking patch came out. I just kind of jumped into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Sure. And it's fun to do that too.
Then I died 30 times.
Yeah.
And I felt like a huge drain on the team, which it's a 24 man. It's another 24 man. So
it's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah. Well, the upside is everybody's doing it, I'm sure. So the queue times can't be too bad.
That's the biggest worry though with this one is it's going to have a time frame because nobody's going to keep doing this Baja one after they're done.
Right.
Like this relic absolutely has a time frame on it.
Sure.
Before it gets really difficult to do.
Yeah. Well, I think most of them do. I mean, like if you were trying to grind the high-end Eureka ones for that relic,
that's true.
It's the same thing.
I think everything but the anima and the original probably.
Yeah.
Like they're built in these weird areas that people are only in temporarily.
Yeah.
Like apparently getting into Castrum now is a royal pain in the ass because nobody's doing Castrum anymore. Which is the one that you have to queue for like an hour to get into.
Right. Speaking of the video games, is last week I talked about I think Skull, or maybe I just told you. I think I talked about.
You did tell me about this.
It's okay, but I found another one that I like even more. That's older. Like, and I remember it coming out, and I never played it. It's called Dead Cells.
Oh, I know Dead Cells.
Okay, so I never played it. Like it came out like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. It's great. It's a lot of fun. Like I've played probably 20 hours or something like that over the last week. just at night, just here and there, and it's a lot of fun. And they've had like 2 or 3 big DLC patches that have come out since it released, which obviously now I'm seeing them all from the as one complete game or whatever. But it's really cool. There's a ton of different weapons. There's lots of different ways to get them, and different skill sets and stuff to go through it. It's a lot of fun.
I was doing a lot of Hitman 3 as well.
Oh yeah,
because that came out, and I've never played a Hitman game, but they built Hitman 1 and 2 inside of 3, so like you can play it with the upped graphics and all that stuff.
Oh, is that right? Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can spend like $15 for a pack, and you get all the Hitman 1 missions, and like $15 for another, and get all the Hitman 2. So I've been going through that a little bit too, until I found out that this patch came out, and my wife started playing 14, which is what ended up dragging me back into it anyway.
Yeah,
because she was like, "I need help."
Yeah, I can tell you, I'm not going to go back and do what you're describing for all of the other relics that I got, because I got all the...
You need to come back and feel this pain with me.
I got like six or
this
7.
This is the only Gunblade relic. Huh? Only Gunblade relic. You need to come back and feel this pain with me.
What do you mean it's the only Gunblade relic? I've already got a Gunblade relic.
But you don't have a finished one. You only have the first stage.
Yeah, the second stage.
You got to come feel all this pain.
Yeah, but if I come back, you're not going to want to run the tower 15 times.
I will run fucking tower with you if you come back, so that I have somebody to feel pain with me on the next 30 or 45 that I have to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will, not happily, but I will run tower with you just to not have to deal with the next 45 by myself.
It's, I feel your pain. It is, the grind is real in a few of those games for sure.
Yeah. Plus, I need some help with I'm almost fully done with the anima. And I'm probably going to need some help running through some of the dungeons that you have to do at the end of it. Because you have to equip it, and that makes it shitty.
Sure. Well, good. So they've been talking about Alton still in chat, and I'm glad to see that his personality has gotten a little bit more light, because that's one of the things I enjoyed so much back in the day. It was so full of not only information, but it was fun and funny and silly, and there's a lot of that paired with the science, which is it was a magical combination, I think. And I'm glad to see maybe he's coming back to that a little bit.
Damn it! I don't have a magical noise on the soundboard I used to. I was looking. I have a scary one.
Sparkly kind of.
Yeah, I had a sparkly one. I think I replaced it with the scary one.
Okay. No, we were talking Final Fantasy 14, Monty. It's like WoW but fun. It's like WoW but weeby and fun.
That's actually probably a fair way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like WoW but kind of fun, like not a pain in the ass, unless you do like the stuff that I'm doing right now, which is really more of a pain in the ass.
Right. But it's weeby.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, it's still weeby. Very JRPG-ish.
Yeah, for sure. The interesting thing about it, though, not only it's because the Square has done something really, really interesting with the game. They've turned something that's classically a single player RPG, which I adored as growing up as a kid. That's one of my favorite things. They've taken a single player RPG and made it an MMO, kinda, because they've still got a strong single player component in the game, and the other stuff is almost optional, of interacting with other people and that kind of thing. And when you take the requirement out of that,
until you do mandatory dungeons, then you have to interact with other people.
Kinda, but you don't have to talk to them.
Yeah, you don't actually have to talk to them.
Yeah, and a lot of the content that's come out in the last year or two, they've got the trust system. You don't have to talk to other people.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You could just run through with bots. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it's the other stuff that they did that makes it so interesting. That like unified character mentality that they took, where like you max level a character, you don't have to start a new one and lose all your shit.
Yeah.
You just pick another class, and your character can be all the motherfucking classes.
All the classes. And
like my level 1 can still fly everywhere. Like
right.
That's really nice.
And maybe even I think the most key part is the fact that they've woven a massive single player RPG story into an RPG or into an MMO.
Into an MMO,
which is it's terribly unique. They've done a really, really interesting job, and I hope that the new expansion, later this spring or whatever, is going to be.
Dude, they're going to the moon.
Going to the moon like Doge.
So I'm pretty sure they also have more registered players than any other MMO ever.
Probably.
They're at 20 million last time they said something.
Yeah, I imagine there's probably that many on at a time. Like they've got pretty madcap numbers for sure.
So like WoW's player count is down to like 4.88 million, and I think peaked at around 12 million. Final Fantasy XIV's player count is sitting at 20 million people, and it's not like a free to play.
No,
20 million is insane.
At $15 a month.
Yeah.
Doing all right. So Monty, I'm sorry for your WoW PTSD. That sucks.
Yeah, I tried. Like when I was looking for an MMO during the pandemic, I was like, I'll try WoW. I played for like 3 hours and I was like, nope. I played a whole bunch of stuff. Then I remembered one day that Angsty was playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm like, you still playing that? He's like, no, but I'll come back. I'm like,
yeah,
cool. I'm gonna play it because you said good things, and I hate all the other MMOs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play that. And I think I sunk like 500 hours into it last year. Like, it's very good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and there's a ton of content. Tons of content.
Unbelievable amount of content.
I don't know. Do you remember how long it's been going? It's been going for like 10 or 15 years. Or something,
I mean,
right?
it's close to 10 years now. I
10?
think.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
I think it's close to 10
And
years.
the first, the ARR stuff, the first base model of the game is old content, and it is a little bit of a slog to get through. I remember you going through it, and I think you would probably agree, it's a bit of a slog.
It is, but it's still a pretty good story,
Yeah.
and it introduces you to the mechanics pretty well, and it's fun,
Yeah, it is. But once you start going through the expansions and stuff, the story gets way, way better. The quests get better. There's a lot more voice acting going on, so it's more interactive that way.
Oh yeah, and that first expansion was it came out in 2010, so it's going on 11 years, September 2010.
Okay.
And it's going on like the stories just are very good, especially when you get to the expansions.
Yeah. No, sure, 15. It's like $15 a month, 15 or 16
Yeah.
or something like that. Unless you buy, a year in advance, you get a break on it. But yeah, it's a significant amount of money. Square's got to be making money hand over fist. Well, plus all the
At 20 million registered players at $15 a month, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the cash shop
plus
that
the
they
cash
have, which
shop.
is just for like what stuff looks like, right?
it is almost exclusively just for skins and stuff like that.
Or like you can skip story or like level up a character if you just want to play new content.
But they do not push it on you.
No, they don't. And I appreciate that they allow it.
Yeah.
If you just want to try a new class or play new content or whatever and be ready for it.
And the community is really, well, first of all, Square really engages the community, and second, the community is very outspoken on that particular spot. Like anytime that they try to release something on the cash shop, there's often a pretty big pushback if something that doesn't sit right, if something gives somebody an advantage with money that you can't do in game, and they listen. They do a really good job of listening to that.
I feel like it's mostly it tends to favor older players, I think, at least the one that we're playing on, because like even doing the tower, get in there and like it'd be somebody's first time, and like every other one of us there is like, this is our 20th fucking time
today.
And like we're going through and we'd be like, okay, like do this, watch out for this, it's all pretty basic here, and like everybody's still more than willing to fucking help and walk somebody through something or slow down for them or whatever,
You get griefers every now and then and trolls and stuff, but it is a small percentage, I think, for most games that I play. It's a really friendly community.
Oh, I got so mad the other day. I was running an early quest with my wife.
Yeah.
And it was Stasha, and I was playing DPS instead of tank, and the tank wanted to explore every nook and cranny of that place. And I was like, dude, just go that way. It's that way. Come on, this doesn't have to take 45 minutes.
Yeah. That's right.
I was so frustrated. I was so angstful, actually.
Good. I'm sorry. Hey, wait a minute. Foo, what are you talking about? So what are you? Yeah, I'm kind of old.
Sorry, I have the itis right now, so my energy's a little down.
You digesting that lamb? Is it sitting heavy?
Yeah, because I haven't eaten since like 10:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So it's been a little while.
Well, I'm glad you got something in your belly.
Yeah, I actually may fall asleep on time tonight.
That's good. Quads, how old is old? Yeah, old enough. I got a few grays in the old goatee. That's old.
Oh, the mine are starting to come in, man. It's I on one hand I want to be concerned. On the other hand, I'm like, fuck it, it's distinguished.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
during the Super Bowl, I was at my brother's place, and he's like, "When did you get a a red mustache hair?"
Hmm.
I'm like, "No, it's not red. It's my white mustache hair. It has wing sauce on it." It was, dude. I should have taken a photo. It was so perfectly coated in wing sauce, you thought it was a red hair.
Nice.
That's
It was
awesome.
like the one spot I missed licking while I was eating wings. Will is correct. Actually, no, they're not.
So
That's happening last for me.
This should surprise no one, by the way, but I picked up another new hobby.
Shocking.
Ukulele.
I thought you played the uke.
I played guitar for a long time, and I had a uke, and I could kind of play it.
Okay.
Like I never really formally learned how to play it. I was going to learn to play guitar again, then I was like, but I have a kid now.
is too complicated.
Well, it's actually like I have a kid now. I'm never going to be able to travel with a guitar.
Yeah.
Like if I go camping or something with my family, like I'm never going to fit a guitar in the car.
You wouldn't bring an acoustic.
Yes, I would.
Exactly.
But I'm never going to fit it in the car between all of my family shit and all my kids shit.
Bro, how much
Never
shit do you
fit.
bring? It's 3 of you.
A lot, because
I'm talking.
I
I
have
come
a
from a
little
family
kid.
of 5 fucking kids.
a lot in a
Guess what?
relatively
We all
small
fit in one
vehicle.
few fucking Buick Century, dog.
Yeah, but like I'm talking like a week trip or something. Like if I go camping for like a week, they're never gonna fit. No way in fuck.
Boo.
Especially when you consider
much
a dog too. Like
You got
dogs
too
take
much
up a
shit.
lot of goddamn space.
But as your kid gets older, you start bringing less shit.
Correct. And you know, we find somebody hopefully to like watch the dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't got to worry about that part.
Baby complains about a toy you brought. Take
But
it.
also, like,
to the
I
goddamn
really
lake.
Right out the window.
genuinely like playing fucking the ukulele is a really fun instrument. Somebody said it's a whimsical mandolin, and that's kind of true. Like, it's a very whimsical instrument.
Oh, I got a response from Dimitri.
Oh, good.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, right. He sent me a voice message because he can't text me.
All right, now I feel 13% bad for laughing about that.
So
He said
now,
he
you,
appreciates it.
now, so at some point in the future, you need to record yourself playing "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" because that's the only ukulele song that I know. Tiptoe.
So
through the tulips.
I learned the songs that are of note that I've actually been like moving guitar tabs into like moving guitar stuff and transposing a lot of like punk songs on ukulele.
Yeah.
But I also I'm picking up the Mario theme song, and I picked up the Moon theme from the DuckTales NES game.
Nice.
The Moon theme from the DuckTales NES game is actually like the first thing I learned to play.
Oh wait, hold on. There was a song in the Jerk that was on the ukulele too, right?
Probably, yeah.
It it wasn't the Thermos song. Which song was it that he played on the ukulele? Freaking Steve Martin. That guy's hilarious. Still funny.
But in typical me fashion, I currently have 3 ukuleles and one on order, one I'm waiting for.
Of course.
Because that's just how I do shit.
Right, because you can't just have one.
No, I've got a nice Hawaiian made Koa one,
Right.
like from Hawaii. I've got an electric one that I plug into a distortion pedal and an orange amplifier, which is so much fun. I've got a little like tiny little concert one that was the first one that I got. And then I have a carbon fiber one getting made for like if I go kayaking or something. Like I'm not really worried about it because it's carbon fiber.
How's the musical tone out of carbon fiber?
Honestly, pretty decent
Is
for the
it?
most part. Yeah, like it sounds pretty good. It
Okay.
has enough flex in it to move. I mean, it's not going to sound like fucking Hawaiian Koa all wood instrument,
Right.
but when you're comparing it next to a laminate instrument, probably better.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Steve Martin is a banjo expert. That is absolutely true.
And, as I just said in chat under him, the hot dog bun relationship.
But like, hold on, be right back.
The hot dog bun relationship? What?
Father the Bride.
Oh. There you
One
go.
of like the single greatest comedic bits in any movie I've ever watched.
That's true.
So-
I totally forgotten about that. That's funny.
Brian, you in particular will appreciate this one.
The Koa one?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Not only because it's beautiful, it's also what's called a pineapple shape.
Yeah, it looks like
and
it.
its name is Gus.
Its name is Gus?
Its
Nice.
name is Gus.
Very nice.
Oh, you know, Dule Hill only cost $300 on Cameo, right?
Oh yeah, is that true?
I literally found that out yesterday.
No shit.
$300 for Cameo on what?
No, like the service Cameo, like wish you happy birthday, this that.
Yeah. Like
What?
to get him to do a cameo.
$300 for one of my favorite television characters is pretty
Right?
fucking reasonable.
That
And
is
then
amazing.
This is the electric one,
That's pretty cool too, but not as cool as the Ko one.
this is Mango. And it's like a semi hollow body, so it'll still make noise not plugged
It
in.
looks like my Epiphone Les Paul.
Kind of, yeah. Except it's all acoustic pickup inside, not an electric pickup. And I love it, and it sounds awesome.
Tonight You Belong to Me. Thank you, Will. That's the song that you have to learn.
But no, I do. Oh, noted. I do love the Koa pineapple named Gus.
It's fantastic. It's
Which
awesome.
I appreciate because I knew you would get it because I tell people my ukulele's name is Gus, and this is people who know my name's Sean,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they're like, I don't understand the
get it.
reference. I'm like, how? Sean and Gus.
I've heard it both
Pineapples.
ways.
Yeah.
You heard about Pluto, man?
That shit's whack.
Messed up, man.
And I just rewatched that show fairly recently as well.
That
No,
is-
everybody goes to it's a pineapple, so SpongeBob. I'm like, no, fuck you, psych. Much
yeah,
better.
exactly. Every time that comes up on the show, I always tell everybody that you were the one that made me watch it, and I absolutely love it. It's such a good
Right?
show.
Dude, I went through Eureka again, which I think I enjoyed even more the second time through.
After I did my psych rewatch, like early lockdown, I was very happy. And then I'm like, let me watch the other show that I was watching on USA at that time, Burn Notice. That does not rewatch well.
No.
Did not. I made 2 episodes in. I'm just like, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling the rewatch. Was not.
I'm finding a couple that are like that. Like Scrubs, I felt like that. Like I hated Scrubs more the second time than I hated it the first time.
But yeah, it
Psych.
was weird for Burn Notice because it was like during the day, like my work day is not busy. I'm gonna pop on an episode, and I would sometimes I fucking forget to respond to an email. Burn Notice, it was like, let's go back to work.
I'd rather be doing anything else right now, including
Yeah,
work.
it was just I was surprised. Really, it was very surprising. I thought it would be just as fun.
So Monty just got some mad respect for me. He said you're becoming the Joe Satriani of Honolulu. Dude, Joe Satriani is not a name that most people know, and they should, because dude is ridiculous.
Oh god, yeah. So I just sent a YouTube video in that chat of a dude. I'm gonna butcher the hell out of his name. Jake Shimabukuro,
Okay.
who's probably like one of the world's most famous ukulele players.
Tubuku.
And I'm talking like soloing, adding distortion. Like he got famous for his cover of While My Guitar Gently Weeps on a uke. Like the dude is insane. And the video that I shared is fucking insane.
Well,
And
put
it's
it
awesome.
in chat.
I did put it in chat. It's already
No, I
there.
mean for the peoples.
That's where I put it.
Oh, you did. Okay, I thought you put it in like our chat.
No, I put it in chat for the peoples.
Got it. I don't see it. So maybe it's because you dropped off.
So maybe I'm still not allowed to put stuff in
Yeah,
chat.
yeah. Put it in the chat, and I'll put
There,
it.
it's in the Zoom chat now. Now
There
you
you
can
go.
put it.
He changed his name to some guy. I just noticed that.
Dude, oh yeah. So I'll tell you the one that probably hit me, like the show that I did a rewatch of that I really, really didn't enjoy that much the first time that I'm really loving the second time is Warehouse 13.
I didn't watch that one.
I don't know what it is. It's available now. You can watch it.
Okay.
I don't know what it was the first time that I watched it. Like it just didn't hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I was watching Eureka and they had a crossover and I was like, oh man, I haven't watched Warehouse 13 in a long time. I should watch that.
Okay.
And like Warehouse 13 is like really fucking hitting the right marks right now. What's that?
No, I'm just pissed. My brother needs the car back tomorrow, and I'm like, all right, let me go run my errands in the morning, because he took forever to tell me when he's gonna need it. So I'm like, all right, let me get my haircut tomorrow and all that. Go back to Long Island. And it's like, oh, we're gonna get 3 inches of snow overnight. I'm like, well, how late into the morning is it gonna snow? It might just fuck up my plans tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I can't throw me a freaking bone here. For fuck's
right.
sake.
All right, Foo's got to go take cars. Sean and I've got other things we got to get.
Oh, no, car not tonight. I gotta go drop some. Well, I got no. See, my sister's close enough. I don't have. No, I would never drive to go to my sister's place. Do I look like I want to give up a parking spot like that?
I just thought you had to move cars around.
Nah.
Because I would give up the parking spot. That's not cool.
No.
Not even that. I'm just it's not going to be there when I come back 3
Right.
minutes later.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's true.
So we need to bounce out, everybody. Thank you very much for coming by and hanging out with us for a while tonight. I hope that you guys are all doing well and that you are staying safe and healthy.
I love you and I miss you.
Go.
No. I'm confused right now.
Classic.
An old
Bye,
man that
everybody.
checks out.